This is the big one, folks. Something I thought I would never see happen ever. A Nintendo game being published on a non-Nintendo system. But that's not even the craziest thing. The game in question is the first big official Nintendo game on a mobile device. My mind cannot even comprehend this right now. It may not seem like that big of a deal, but this represents a huge leap forward for our favorite company. They're expanding, times are changing, and nothing is sacred. Nintendo announced this initiative last year, but finally, their first mobile game has been released, dubbed Miitomo. And today we're going to be looking at that game and seeing whether or not it's worth your time. After all, it is free, so I can't really recommend a price drop or sale, unfortunately. So like I said before, this is the first mobile game developed by Nintendo and is fairly simple because of it. It seems to me like the purpose of Miitomo was to sort of test the waters and see what works and what doesn't on the platform. Miitomo, in fact, can't really be classified as a game in the traditional sense. It's more of an interactive experience or a simulation like Tomodachi Life. Some would even call this more of an application. Miitomo opens up with you either linking your My Nintendo account to your phone or creating a new Mii. I chose the latter because I thought there would be some new options for me since this is a Mii-centric game on new hardware. But unfortunately, there's not. The Mii customization is the exact same interface from the 3DS and Wii U, which is slightly disappointing, but I guess it could have been worse. So, after you're done customizing your Mii, you're plopped into a characteristic menu, which is similar to Tomodachi Life's, but more streamlined. Once you've finished making a virtual clone of yourself, Miitomo officially opens up for you. Now you're able to do a few activities with your Mii, which is the bulk of what you do in this title. However, the most interesting thing you do revolves around answering questions, as boring as that may sound. Essentially, the game will ask you a question, and you can answer it in any way you want. Yep, there are absolutely no restrictions from my experience, so you can put the most offensive things you can think of and your Mii will repeat them, like...
I've been really into this recently, and I highly recommend it. Anal destruction. Here's how I'd love to be proposed to. Start with a nice candlelit dinner, then grab me, hold me tight, and shove the ring deep in my ass with your dick while screaming, "Marry me, bitch."
I've been super into dwarf porn because it made me wicked hard. Cool.
For some reason, having your Mii say these stupid answers is really entertaining. It might be that I have the attention span of a 12-year-old that just discovered Microsoft SAM on Windows 98, but I digress. What's even more enjoyable is that you can befriend other people's Miis, which I did via Twitter, and listen to their answers. I had many a good laughs with my friends, and no matter how many answers their Miis gave me, it didn't get stale. Though, I do imagine it will eventually get old, but it's not yet. The friend system is actually my biggest gripe with Miitomo because, as far as I can tell, you can't add friends by their IDs, by searching their names, or by mutual friends. The only way to add friends is to link your social media accounts and add them that way. For a social game, this is a huge detriment to Miitomo. Adding friends in numerous ways, despite how scary it might be for children, is essential for creating a community or keeping up with your friends. See, I would want to add all of you on Miitomo, but as of now, it would just be too tedious too. In the future, I hope Nintendo updates this system to allow simpler friend request options. The other content in Miitomo is not as great as the answers, sadly. You can dress your Mii up with groovy outfits and such in the shop. To get these clothes or play the drop minigame, you need coins. And here's where the obvious microtransactions kick in. win. Coins can be accumulated by answering questions, inviting your friends to Miitomo through daily bonuses, and linking your social media accounts, but they can also be bought with real currency. The exchange rates aren't too bad, I guess, so I don't really mind their existence. It's not like they're mandatory anyways, as the coins are only used for aesthetic purposes. Not to mention, Miitomo isn't the type of game I would find myself putting hours a day into, so these microtransactions are a non-issue. As for Miitomo's presentation, it's fantastic. The visuals are simple and clean, just the way I like them. Surprisingly, this is the best the Miis have ever looked with the high-quality Android textures and everything. Plus, the music is pretty catchy and upbeat, which only adds to how wonderful of an experience Miitomo is. Overall, I'd say Miitomo is a worthy first stab at the mobile market from Nintendo. I like the game's social aspect and simplicity. It's actually the most fun I've had in a mobile game in a long time. But on the other hand, that's a huge problem for Miitomo. It's a bit too simple. While it's appealing to me just because it's made by Nintendo, I doubt the vast majority of the mobile gamer demographic will be interested in it. Miitomo is not revolutionary or innovative at all. If it was structured a bit more like Tomodachi Life with other Miis and relationships, I could see it being a bit more interesting. All that being said, however, it has done extraordinarily well in Japan, so what the hell do I know? As it stands, I'd recommend you play Miitomo and check it out, but do I think it will be a huge success? Probably not, but this does make me excited for whatever other mobile games Nintendo has up their sleeves. I know I'm really looking forward to Fantasy Life 2 on iOS and Android devices. But as always, if you disagree or agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching and take care. Have a wonderful day and goodbye.